The Early Start program helps families with infants and toddlers at risk for disability.
My background has always been special education, 28 years in the classroom, all but one of that with the Marin County Office of Education, and the last 10 years involved with my responsibilities as an administrator for the County Office of Education.
And I'm Suzanne Cruiser, and as Linda says, I'm the Senior Vice President of Program Services for Easter Seals, Northern California. And been at Easter Seals my entire professional career. So I've been there 29 years. And I also teach at the College of Marin. I teach early childhood classes there. And I also wear this hat in this county for the last about 7-8 years, which I'm coordinating the Special Needs Mental Health Initiative.
My third daughter, Kate, had very profound disabilities. And at the time, I thought because I had no experience with disabilities, and this was totally something that was unexpected, I thought if I could read about it, research it, or figure out what to do, I could get a handle on how I was supposed to work best with my daughter. And that led me, being an information junkie that I was, that led me to Matrix Parent Network and Resource Center, which at the time just got a grant to serve outside of Marin County. So I was the 6-hour-a-week Sonoma County Community Resource Parent, because they thought, well, if she can find it for herself, she can probably find it for other families. So that's how I started.
Early detection happens to be the most important thing. And usually for children, their behavior is what we usually can tell when something's not working for them. Kids generally don't want to be non-compliant. Kids in general want to be very compliant, very helpful. They want to please you. So when something's not working for them or they're acting out, that would be a trigger to adults to take a step back and really make an observation as to why is that behavior happening.
Behavior is a form of communication. So if you've got kids that are acting out, what I think is they have some needs that are not being met and they're not able to express it. So we're seeing kids with a lot more significant behavior issues than we did in the past. And with zero tolerance at the schools, what we find kindergartners being kicked out of the school. We find, where kids being asked to leave daycare settings because they have behaviors. Those families are going, we need some help, we don't know what's going on.
We get a lot of those same type of students in our programs that do have sensory issues, ADD issues, ADHD issues, behavioral issues. And once they're in our program and qualify, then we can go out and we can make a referral to Lydia for physical therapy services. We can make a referral for occupational therapy. We can bring our school psychologist in to provide help build behavior plans for the children within the classroom environment. And these, again, are all things that are shared with the parent, bringing the parent on board. So what we're doing in the classroom, what we're doing with PT and OT are things that the parent is aware of, and there are ways the parent can support that ongoing development of the child.
Special Needs Mental Health Initiative, we're very fortunate in Marin that First 5 has put a lot of money into really this area of service. So we have actually been able to start programs with the Marin Community Clinic in Kaiser. With Marin Community Clinic, we have embedded developmental screening into the Well Baby Checks now. So over the last 3 years we've been doing this. We've screened over 4,000 kids, and they have an 87% return rate, which is enormous. We just started the same project with Kaiser. We've been in it for like 7 months. We've already screened 900 kids with Kaiser. So again, it's getting it into so that now the doctors are seeing it, the parents can bring back and say, I'm a little concerned, what can I do? Again, this is one of the things that our county actually has some place to work from, and it's because of the Special Needs Project. Ages and Stages program has 2 components to it. It's basically a parent questionnaire, and the thing I like about it, the Ages and Stages program, is that it is through parents asking their kids to do something. So they're given 6 questions in every area of development, and they ask the child to perform it. It's either a yes, a no, sometimes it's not that hard to do. It also is teaching parents, like some parents will say, well, I didn't realize that my child was supposed to cut with scissors at 24 months of age. I'm afraid to give them the scissors. Well, it's time to start giving the child the scissors.
We have pieces of critical information that they need and can give to them in a way that they can understand it and use it so that they can become their kid's best advocate.
At an initial IEP meeting, we don't pressure the parent to sign on the dotted line and get rid of the file and push it off to the teacher and be done with it and on to somebody else. If they're the least bit uncomfortable, we encourage them to take the paperwork home. Look it over. If you have questions, phone us. If you feel the need for another meeting, come on back. If you want to see the program we're suggesting that your child might benefit from, let's make an appointment and visit.
That is going to in turn allow that family to assist their child better, who in turn is going to have better success as the child goes on. And I'm going to tell you what I wish I'd known 20-something years ago. It's not the end of the world to have a child with a disability. It's going to be a different world. So that's one really important thing. Life as I had it was over, but it put me into another world, and there's parts of it that I wouldn't change for anything. That information is power, and how you then learn to use that information is as important as getting the information itself. And finally, the thing that we tell every family, learn to trust your gut. Because if something isn't right and something doesn't feel right, you have to follow that through, because no family wants to get to the end of the line and find out, well, if you would have just done that X amount, before, it would have been real different. So trust your gut. Life will be different, but that's okay.
Early Start services are free. Find out more about Early Start services in Marin County.